What's up, family? Ghetto News Porter Mary Dash 20 Mary Lee. Today is Tricky Tuesday in my city, Chicago, December the 7th, 2021. So they say. We're gonna talk about the song by Kanye West, Diamonds, Sierra Leone. My foster father's name was Leon Baker Redmond. And once he realized that I could write, he told me like a college graduate. I think he became a little intimidated by me because he knew some things transpired with me as a little girl under his care. You know, the Redmonds, me being a foster child at the time, you know, I went to stay with them at the age of 6. And I believe Leon Baker Redmond, father, was the one, who tried to take advantage of me when I tried to learn how to play the piano. I was sitting next to him, trying to learn how to play the piano. And the other family left. My foster sister, Kimberly Redmond, my foster mother, Betty Jean Redmond, and my foster father, Leon Baker Redmond. And I believe it was his father, Leon Baker Redmond, who was almost 100 years old, who tried to take advantage of me. And I jumped up because it happened so quickly, and I ran out the door and I caught them before the car pulled off. That's how close and how fast, the old man, which was almost 100 years old, tried to, do his dirty, what they call it, dirty old man. You understand what I'm saying? Start rubbing on my breast, put his tongue in my mouth. You understand? It was nasty. You understand? Real talk. And I ain't like it. And I believe I've been catching hell because of that ever since. And Leon Baker Redmond, I believe he was a so-called police officer, a retired police officer. And he was, just trying to monitor me because, me being in the Chicago Sun-Times newspaper at the age of 6 in 1973, and then going to stay with them, they knew they was going to railroad me and, use me up and discard me. And that's why I haven't gotten anywhere thus far. And every time, I lift myself up by my bootstraps, so to speak, you understand what I'm saying? They knock me down. Now, I remember being with this one lady at the time, Donna Marie Evans, and she had bought me some little diamond stud earrings. I had 2 holes, you understand what I'm saying? One in each ear. I have 2 over here now and 1 over here. I want to get another one in this one, but, my life is different and I don't really trust people like I used to. Long story short, Donna Marie Evans, who is a banker and a real estate agent and Italian, lady, and someone that they sent my way to, try to infiltrate, figure out what I was thinking. She had bought me some diamond earrings or whatever and stuff. And that same day that I wrote them, or my fault, that I wore them out to sell my general merchandise. Now, they wasn't that big. They was just real small. You understand what I'm saying? The same day, the police came and somehow or another, tussled with me and they came out my ears. You understand? Now, they say girls or diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I noticed that all the guys, outside of Young MA, who they use so the guys can, get all the jewelry that I'm supposed to be wearing. But I'm like this. I looked at the movie, about the Congo, where, they was cutting off people's hands who stole diamonds or whatever the case. So, I have this right here, like praying hands or whatever. It didn't cost me much. This here piece cost me about $50, the whole thing. And it's not real. But me wearing it is worth more than all the ones that y'all are paying big bucks for. 200 some thousand. I'm looking at the people at the jewelry store because they was thinking big. They figured if I make it, they gonna make a killing. So they was preparing for all that. Big dog chains and stuff like that, diamonds and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know what all people went through for y'all to wear that chain. You understand? Now, if you notice the white boys like Eminem and them, they don't really wear that stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Mark Zuckerberg, he just low key. You understand what I'm saying? But he worth $15 billion, allegedly or whatever. You understand? You see, so when people look at you and see all that, they see money and then they come after you. And even if you don't display it in a, big kind of way, they still want to come after you. I met this one guy who claimed he's a doctor that worked for Featherfist or clinical whatever. You understand what I'm saying? The first thing he said to me, Charles Tipton, was, I like your ring. Now I got this ring from Walmart and I just pieced it together. I got one piece from Walmart, another piece from the flea market. You understand? I may have paid $20 or $25 for both of them, whatever and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Together. But the first thing he noticed was my ring. He ain't noticed nothing else about me. I said, so, I got to keep an eye on my stuff because, every time people like something of mine, it comes up missing. That's what I noticed. Now, I had another ring. I paid about $40. It was like a Mason ring. It was real nice. And, it looked kind of rich. But, it was only about $40. And somehow or another, it came off my finger. I don't know how it happened. I remember being at the currency exchange. Next thing I looked at my finger, it was gone. So we got a lot of shysters in my city, Chicago. And they, this is the time they steal, kill, and destroy, around the holidays and stuff, So you have to be careful, family, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. I know you be wanting things, but, I had bought a little ring, spent $1,000 with a little diamond in it. Just a little diamond in the middle of it. Little diamond, you could barely notice it. But it had my initials in it, MLD, and, the month I was born, the day I was born, in the year, 5/25. I think it was 1967 or 67. Either way, I don't know about the 1967 or the 67, but it was one or the other. And it was on the inside of the ring, and the police just so happened to steal that too. I want my ring back. I worked hard to get that ring. You understand what I'm saying? And I wanted to, kind of like give myself a gift because, my sweet 16th birthday, I was at Department of Correction. And they had me in solitary confinement because somebody had set me up. And I had just got done saving this one girl who was pregnant by the name of Kim, a white girl. And the correctional officer, found a way to set me up, because they don't care if you're nice to them or not. They still want to, it's a competition with white people and people of color, Native Americans. You understand what I'm saying? You see, you have so-called $5 Indians, and then you have real Native Americans and stuff. And the $5 Indians are taking over the real Native Americans' identity. And I had met this girl by the name of Gail Young at the Department of Correction. I was 15 at the time, but I spent my sweet 16th birthday in solitary confinement because she was on some silly stuff. You know what I'm saying? We call each other liking each other or whatever and stuff, right? And she said, you so nice. My other boyfriends or whatever and stuff would hit me if I was doing all that, what I'm doing to you. You know what I'm saying? So the next time I saw her, I slapped the shit out of her and stuff. And I think that's how I ended up in solitary confinement. I was slow. I ain't gonna lie. But she asked for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, tell the truth, Gail. Tell the truth. So it doesn't surprise me that Oprah's best friend is named Gail, and she spelled it Gayle, Gay Lee. Now, the Gail Young that I know, she put Lee on her ankle, which is my, name, Lee, Mary Lee. You understand what I'm saying? Davis. And, she called herself like me or whatever and stuff, but really they was just trying to remember, I guess, you know what I'm saying, Anyway, either way, it was a setup. And I spent my sweet 16th birthday in solitary confinement on some goofy stuff after I had saved one of theirs from getting beat up by this, black girl who wanted me to beat her up, so they can use whatever against me and stuff. So while I'm in solitary confinement going through some things, this so-called correctional officer, you understand what I'm saying, was big and intimidating and getting on my nerves. And I didn't know how to address it or how to talk about it. And I felt everything was a setup and I just kind of lost it, and she got the, what I'm saying? She got the problems that they dished out to me. They say don't dish it out if you can't take it. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying I've gotten hit more than once, poison, all that, made up for all that goofy stuff that I didn't deserve. You understand what I'm saying? Long story short, my foster mother said she had sent me a gift. I didn't get it, so I definitely was snapping. And if you ever been to prison and didn't get your mail, you know what I'm talking about. You understand? Real talk. So I'm just trying to say, they just be using us and stuff to come up and stuff. And Leon Baker repping, they say, even if I die, I'm going to be a problem. You understand? So if he died, they still living out his, I'm going to get her by any means necessary. You understand what I'm saying? Because once he realized that I write like a college graduate, I did back then in my 20s when I read, a piece that I had wrote, I read it to him or I rapped it or whatever. He said, you write like a college graduate. He wanted to see for himself. And I wrote something, you know what I'm saying? He said, write a sympathy poem for me. And I wrote it. I don't know what it says. I'm pretty sure somebody has it. And that's when he realized that I was, and I am, a writer and stuff. You understand? So when people figure out your potential and realize you're going to be worth more than them, and they probably went to school and, they start hating and getting jealous, and then they get other people to jump on the bandwagon. So that's why they left me for last, so they can get Young and May to pick up where I never wanted to go from the beginning. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not a greedy person. First of all, like I said, for all my endeavors, all I bought myself was $1,000 ring with my initials. And it wasn't even that flashy. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I just bought this chain to show you that it looked real. You understand what I'm saying? But it's not real. Now, I used to sell jewelry back in the day, $10. And I tell people, I say, it's not real, but if you go to a party, you standing in the light just right, you know what I'm saying? You might get the girl, you know what I'm saying? For real, that's how I used to tell them. But then some people, they would stamp it and make it seem as though it was real. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And sell it for however many hundreds of dollars. But when people catch up to you, they mad than a motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't want to be in that category. Only time I did play some shit like that, it was with this girl. She was trying to play me and stuff, right? She was like, yeah, if you want me, you got to buy me some gold or, or give me some money or whatever and stuff. So I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy one of them chains. I'm going to get it stamped, and I'm going to go to a real jeweler, and I'm going to get a real box, and I'm put a little bow on it. It's going to be looking real nice. And she was cute. And I came up that night, you know what I'm saying? And she told me, yeah, I said, well, you shouldn't have tried to play me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on now. I'm not a trick. You feel me? So if you get what you pay for, right? So when people come at me trying to get the most, I'm going to give you the most. You just ain't going to want it. All this truth. Now, the Bible scripture today is James chapters 3, 4, and 5. And it talk about all the people, the money, the rich people and all that and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Look, I'm a regular person. You can call it po pimping or whatever, but I never had a new car, never had a day at the spa, never had a real vacation. You understand what I'm saying? Which means I'm just a cool individual. Now, I don't mind seeing the young people do their thing. I want to do my thing sometimes, but sometimes y'all do too much and you don't deserve all that. And when it come that fast, it's a reason behind it. You understand what I'm saying? It's a setup. People would cut your neck off for 300,000-400,000. They'll cut my neck off for this little stuff right here just because I'm wearing it, thinking it's gonna be worth something in the future just because I wore it. It's not like that. Step your game up. Get your own shit. Peace.